Hello, you got Mr.
and Mrs. Smith.
And we are back again to provide you with some valuable information. But today we're about to pretty much, expose or unveil a myth. And we once believed this myth until we got some further education, further understanding, did our own research, and then applied and actually went against the myth ourselves, for lack of a better term. So tell them what's the myth that I'm referring to?
Okay, guess what we just did? It is May 4th, 2016, and we just finished filing our taxes.
Literally, about an hour ago.
We just finished filing our taxes. So
now do you understand what we're saying was a myth? Well, it's not April. It's well past April 18th and April 15th. So what does that tell you? Well, in other words, most people say that you have to have your taxes filed by April 15th. And this year they extended it to April 15th. Well,
18th.
Yeah, April 18th. Yeah, she's right. But that isn't necessarily true.
We didn't have a penalty.
We didn't have a penalty.
Ooh.
And the reason being is because the penalty of filing taxes after that date generally only applies to the individual who's going to owe taxes. And I know you might be asking, well, how do I know if I'm going to owe? Or, any question that might be kind of stirring your brain. You might want to base it off of your last year's tax filing. And most people who are going to owe typically know that something about their situation changed. They don't have many tax deductions. They make a certain amount and they don't have tax deductions. Certain things they know. And for the individual who makes a lot and thinks that they're supposed to owe just because they make too much money, that's a myth as well. But we won't dive into that in this video. If you make a certain amount of money, you have more room to get more back if you really understood how tax deductions work. But we're not going to talk about that just now. So just kind of base it off of last year, your situation. And if it hadn't changed much, if you didn't owe last year, then chances are you won't owe this year. But you do not have to have it filed by April 15th. You got anything else you want to add before I add something? Because I got one more thing to add.
Pretty much, you just have to know the power of having a home-based business. You have to know the advantages that comes with having tax deductions. Is that the reason why we didn't have a penalty because we had a home-based business? No, that's not what I'm saying. But you have to know the advantages of having a home-based business. That actually helped us not to owe. Okay?
Absolutely.
So you have to understand that, and you have to understand what comes with having a business that you operate from home, especially one that specializes in financial education.
That's the key. That's the key. Now, I just want you to think about this since the video is centered around April 15th and filing taxes after that date. How is it possible for people to do an amended tax return? Ponder on it. And the reason why you can do an amended tax return is because the April 15th rule is pretty much a myth. You can go back for 3 years. So it's really, when you think about it, since you can file an amended tax return for up to 3 years, it's almost like you have about 36 months to file your taxes. Now, we're not recommending waiting that long, but if you just compare that to this, then you'll understand why that does make a little bit of sense. So that's all we had. We just kind of wanted to unveil that myth because we hear it all the time and people are kind of scared and rushing, and sometimes it might benefit you better if you waited past April 15th. Maybe that tax return that you'll get can last longer, throughout the year. Maybe you can do some better things with that tax return, I mean, we have a ton of things that we recommend, but just think about it. Whatever works best for you. If you like it, we love it.
All right. That's pretty much it.
That's all I got.
All right. Mr. and Mrs. Smith, dropping knowledge, signing out.
Signing out.